Hello, festival goers of the internet. I'm the Festival Finesser, back today to talk about another lineup with you guys, and this one is another one from Disco Donnie Presents, who has really kind of been going balls to the wall and making festivals come back in 2021. He did Ubby Dubby in Texas last month in April. This month he has Sunset going down in Florida, and then in October, the one we're talking about today is Freaky Deaky going down Friday, October 29th and Saturday, October 30th at the Houston Raceway in Baytown, Texas. Do not go anywhere because after the intro, we're going to be talking about this lineup in depth, as we always do, so let's get it.
Can I get a year?
I'm the Festival Finesser.
Finesse gang, can I get a year? Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to another video. For those of you guys who are new here and do not know me, I'm the Festival Finesser. This is my channel, a channel that revolves around music festivals and live music going experiences with a focus and concentration on dubstep and rhythm. If you're not following me at a festival day by day, you are probably following me at a show in New York, New Jersey, or Philly. Basically anywhere I go, you guys are coming with me. And if you're not following me at a festival or show, you're probably sitting with me here at this desk, getting life hacks, trick tips, festival reviews, lineup reviews, EDM news, controversial debates, and any other words of advice I can give to you guys to make sure you can have the best festival going experience possible. So today, guys, we are probably getting into one of the biggest Halloween themed festivals. This happens in Texas, as I mentioned, with Disco Donnie, and this has been happening for a couple years. This festival, I feel like it's relatively new. It hasn't been around for that long, and it's been growing in popularity the more years it's been around. And what I do want to talk about real quick is the Disco Donnie being able to throw all these festivals. He had the first festival back. He had Sunset coming up, as I mentioned, all these festivals. And it's like, is he just getting lucky because all the festivals that he has been throwing are happening in states that are now open with less restrictions, like Ubby Dubby in Texas, Sunset in Florida? Are these all able to be announced and happen because these states have less restrictions? And that's why we're waiting on festival lineups to come out. You know, like, I don't know, I just feel like the fact that it's happening in these less restricted states is making it a little bit easier for these festivals to go down, because in certain states, you know, like Force got canceled, you know what I'm saying? EDC got canceled, so clearly it's not gone, it's not going away, and maybe these festivals aren't on such a massive scale, and that's why they're able to happen. But it's just an interesting conversation to have, but that's for a different video, possibly. Today we're talking about this lineup, so let's dive in real quick. As I mentioned, the dates: Friday, October 29th, Saturday, October 30th. So right out of the gate, we have 12th Planet back-to-back Riot 10, and that is going to be a super heavy back-to-back, super high energy, and I feel like that's kind of unique. I feel like that doesn't happen very often, so just definitely expect some heavy shit there. And then we have Adventure Club, who could be playing some dubstep, could be playing some melodic dubstep. I'm not really sure what their vibe is nowadays, but those are the two genres that I would kind of associate them with, dubstep and melodic dubstep. And then we have Baldy, who is going to be bringing some more chilled out, weird kind of vibes, I feel like. Definitely more of a bass artist, though. I noticed at the bottom here we have a Dirty Bird takeover, so there's going to be a lot of house artists here I'm not that familiar with, so I apologize for that in advance. You know, you guys know we're here for the bass and the dubstep, so let's continue here. Next up, we have Big Chocolate, who is probably one of those house artists. Same thing with Blossom, I'm not too familiar with. Boogie T back-to-back Dirt Monkey. I've been seeing them on a lot of lineups going back-to-back, and that's just going to be very wobbly and very weird, and I feel like those dudes are going to complement each other very well. I feel like they're both Subcarbon homies. I could be wrong about that, but definitely going to be weird and wobbly, that Subcarbon vibe, honestly. And then we have Champagne Drip, who I've been hearing mixed things about. Some people say he's bassy, some people say he's more chill, some people say he's experimental. So if you guys have some insight on Champagne Drip, let me know in the comments below, please. Then we have Champa, bro. And I found about Champa, like, within the last month or so, and I am blown away. Like, y'all know I'm not super into, like, the weird wook bass, quote-unquote, but Champa's sound and his, like, just, I don't know, his style, his energy is so good, and it's definitely my vibe. So if you'll fuck with Champa, like, that's the energy and kind of wook sound that I like. So just a fun fact. And then we have Sid, who I'm not too familiar with, possibly a house artist. And then Claude Von Stroke, definitely a house artist. Crisley, more of a bass artist. Kind of plays a little bit of everything, dubstep, trap, but overall I feel like he's more of a dubstep artist. And then we have Dabin, who is going to be playing more melodic vibes. Dances with White Girls, I'm not familiar with, but I'm going to imagine his house. Because again, I've talked about this before, and these kind of, in 2021, even in 2020, the main four genres you're going to get are dubstep, trap, house, and wook bass, for lack of a better word, you know, whether it's experimental or freeform or space bass, we're going to clump it all together and call it wook bass. I do not mean it to be derogatory, that's just a term that has kind of been like watered down, and yeah, so let us continue here. Hey, yo, real quick, guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to remind you guys this video is being sponsored by KB23 Pins, a relatively new pin company in the festival and bass scene. They have a group on Facebook called Rhythm Kids Pins that you guys can join to stay up to date on information, releases, giveaways, dib trains, all that kind of good stuff, and just a place to connect with pin collectors and connoisseurs alike. They have some new drops coming very soon, which I'm going to be previewing to you guys right now. They have a Rugrats and Zed's Dead collab. Tommy Pickles throwing up the Z, and then the Rugrats logo, but instead it says Zed's Dead. They have some Cyclops Army themed ones in a variety of colors, and they also have one called Roboraptor, inspired by Excision and Lost Lands, in a variety of colors as well. So if any of those catch your attention, guys, make sure to join that group and you can get your hands on them. Big up KB23 Pins for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to the lineup review. Then we have the Don, Deadmau5, fucking icon, legend, OG, definitely going to be playing those house vibes. Then we have Dion Timmer, definitely a bass artist, but is going to be playing a variety of genres. Definitely going to be heavy, going to be feelsy at times, maybe even some bouncy kind of stuff, but Dion Timmer, always heavy, always fun. And then we have Drezzo, who is probably one of my favorite house artists. Definitely more of a deep, kind of like dark house vibe. And then we have Essex, repping that Wakanda label, I'm pretty sure, who is going to be bringing some more weird experimental sounds to the stage. And then we have the Don Excision, going to be bringing that heavy X bass that we all know and love. And then we have Freddie Todd, back-to-back Mr. Bill. Definitely going to be fucking weird and experimental and just trippy as fuck, honestly. And then we have Galantis, mainstream. Y'all know what's good with them, just mainstream EDM vibes, just big room, feel good, you know, 128 shit. Then next we have Golf Club, who I'm pretty sure is house. Green Velvet, a house legend. Then we have Infected Mushroom, who I'm not really too familiar. Like I've seen the name, I heard the name, I know they're like relatively big, but I'm just not familiar on their sound. I feel like it sounds like it'd be some like acid bass almost, honestly, or like some trippy bass. But it is a DJ set, so I just peeped that. It's not gonna be live, so maybe that's why Infected Mushroom is a more big name, because live talent always kind of stands out a little bit more. They always kind of have like more credibility almost. They always seem to have a bigger fan base, you know, like Elenium, Porter Robinson, like all those dudes, Griffin, I'm pretty sure, like they have really big followings because they also do live shit as well. So next up we have Enzo, who is a bass artist, but more so a like feel good kind of like melodic bass artist, I'm pretty sure. And then we have Jester, who is a house artist. Jaina, I'm pretty sure, is a house artist as well. Kayvon, I'm pretty sure is bass. I'm not even too sure, honestly. I always have this like debate: is it bass? Is it melodic? I'm not really sure, but definitely more of a feel good vibe. I feel like not too heavy. But I could be wrong. I've only seen Kayvon like once or twice, and it wasn't very vivid. I didn't really take many videos of it. Then we have Keizo, who is going to be bringing a variety of styles and influences. He has a lot of hardstyle influences, but he also has a lot of dubstep influences. Also has a lot of like rock and roll and metal influences as well. So you're going to be expecting just a whole mesh of that. But Keizo is a super great DJ, great producer, great performer, and I love me a Keizo set. Then we have Lady Faith, who I'm not too familiar with, probably a house artist. Then we have LS Dream, who is going to be playing definitely some more weird, kind of trippier stuff. And then we have Lucy, who I'm not too familiar with. I feel like is going to be playing more weird stuff, kind of like that space-based alien kind of vibe. That's like her branding and shit, so that's the vibe I imagine she gives off. But I don't really listen to her or have seen her enough to know her sound like that. I just know she's been buzzing, and you know she stands out and reps the female gang. So big up to Lucy. But you know, if someone wants to enlighten me on her sound and style, I'd appreciate that in the comments, because I'm always trying to obtain new knowledge here on this channel. And then we have Mahalo, who I'm not too familiar with. Matroda, I'm pretty sure that's house, but I could be wrong. Prosecute, I'm not familiar with. Sage Armstrong, back-to-back Lucati, is going to be housey for sure. Said the Sky, going to be more melodic, feel good kind of dubstep. Shipwreck, I'm not familiar with. Side Piece, either. Those are probably some house artists. Sullivan King, going to be bringing that heavy shit, that electric guitar, screamo. Kind of like, that'd be a crazy back-to-back, bro. Keizo and Sullivan King. That would be a fucking sick back-to-back, because they both have that rock influence. I don't know, the screaming, the guitar, like, that'd be fucking sick. And then we have Sully, who is going to be bringing more of a Wakan style bass. And then we have the Sponges, who I'm not familiar with. Timmy Trumpet, a fucking OG. Just big electro house, big room kind of vibes. And plays the trumpet live, like an electric trumpet. I don't even know how the fuck, but he's like known for that, playing the trumpet live in his sets, incorporating into his music, and it's fucking sick. Then we have Troy Boy, who has a bit more of hip-hop influences and more of a chill vibe, and just definitely a more groovy kind of set. And then we have Vinnie Vichy, who is a house artist. Vanessa, back-to-back Jay Wara, just big house vibes there. And then we have Walker and Royce, again, big house vibes. Wax Motif, more big house vibes, one of my favorite house artists. Then we have Rekno, know Zed's Dead and Zaya, and those are just three big names. Zed's Dead bringing you everything, Zaya bringing you some more kind of chilled out bass, and Recno bringing that house shit. And we have more to be announced, and we have a Dirty Bird takeover, as I mentioned. And this festival is now camping, so camping in October, I don't know, in Texas. I've never been to Texas, but I plan on it because there are a lot of big festivals that happen out there. So camping in October, man, that's going to be cold, I feel like. I don't know how Texas is, like I said, but I feel like when I camp in October, bro, it's fucking cold. And I'm talking like 30 degrees at night cold. Like you're bundled up in a blanket around the fire type shit. And I bet you can't even have a fire at this festival. So it's going to be cold. But I don't even know. Texas could be hot. I don't know. Like I said, my geography, my travel experience is kind of limited, honestly. But this looks like a good one, honestly. Nice variety, some big names, some nice back-to-backs. I'm not sure how many stages, but I imagine there's going to be a main stage, a Dirty Bird stage, and maybe like a side stage almost, like two main stages almost, like one big stage, and a smaller stage, I feel like. That's how I would imagine the layout. Could be four. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been, but always interested. And there's not that many festivals that happen in October, like, later. So it's always kind of like, this is a good one to plan. Yes, right after fucking September, right into October. Like, September is going to be crazy. For some reason, everyone is planning festivals in that month, probably because everyone's going to be vaccinated. And it's just later on, it's like it's still like kind of prime festival season, because I feel like after October, you start pushing it. Like, are we really going to be partying in November, like, at a festival? I don't know. It's possible, but that is my thoughts on this lineup. It's pretty good. Some unique names in here that I haven't seen on a lot of lineups. A lot of lineups I have been reviewing, especially from, when I got an agent like Disco Donnie or a company like Disco Donnie. They have agents, and it's a lot of kind of like, hey, I'm gonna give you a package deal of all these artists on my agency or whatever. And so I see a lot of unique names and some different names on here as well. So big up Disco Donnie, big up Freaky Deaky, and Texas fam, where you at? Sound off in the comments. If you have any Freaky Deaky experience, any tips, insight you want to share, let me know in the comments. If you guys have any critiques on how I labeled these artists, if I mislabeled a genre or their vibe, please let me know in the comments so I can further correct it for the next video coming. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you for the next one coming soon. Peace out.